It's easy for them. I was not born with a silver spoon. I did not have supportive parents. My parents didn't give me the attention and love I deserved. I didn't have caring siblings. I didn't go to a cool school. I didn't go to a big university. I never got supportive friends. Okay. And this is the reason why you are where you are. And these are also the reasons why you cannot move ahead from where you are. Right? So you have chosen all the reasons that were actually never under your control and have decided to stay where you are. What are you expecting? Like, are you expecting कि आपको कोई मेरी हालत सबसे बुरी है का अवार्ड मिले? Because you don't want to look at people who are better than you, and you also don't want to look at people who are lower than you, because you love being a victim so much that you always want to say, but I have it the worst. Okay, तो क्या करें फिर? आपको अवार्ड दे दें? Why are you giving yourself reasons? I understand you must have had a difficult life, a few things that were unfair, but if you look at them, most of the things were never under your control. You have not chosen your parents, you have not chosen your environment. Even if you talk about friends, finding good friends is a game of probability. In fact, I would even say finding good friends who are not jealous of you, who want the best for you, who initially are strangers, is very much also a game of luck. You have to be really lucky to find friends who are going to be supportive, who are going to want the best for you, who are going to stay with you through thick and thin. So, if you look at it, this is not under your control. And yet, you keep crying about these things. And no, I'm not saying that you've had an easy life, but what I'm saying is there are still many things that are under your control. And if you don't want to work on these, you can always cry. अगर समर्स है तो आप हमेशा रो सकते हो, पर अगर हर कोई रोता तो कभी कूलर बनता ही नहीं, कभी एसी बनता ही नहीं. If everybody cried during monsoons and stayed at home, we'd never have raincoats and umbrellas. But people with a solution mindset wanted to do something about it instead of crying. अगर आपको रोना है तो रोइए, बट सिर्फ रोइए मत, बिकॉज हर चीज़ का सोल्यूशन है. And you can't tell me that nobody has it worse than you. And no, I'm not trying to normalize trauma. I'm not asking you to sit with difficult situations. But there are a few things that are out of your control, and there are a few things that you cannot change. And you have to admit that you are trying to control everything else except you. This is your defense mechanism to not do the real work. You want to change the environment, your house, your parents, your friends, your colleagues, everything is wrong. Why can't you change your mindset? Why can't you change yourself? It's difficult, yes, but is staying in this environment easy? Is complaining easy? So you choose your hard. There are solutions for everything. We live in the age of science. We live in the age of technology. And yeah, we also live in the age of manifestation, positive thinking, Naam Jap. You can do whatever you want, but that's your choice. Do you want to cry and get the most sataya hua person ka award? Or do you want to ignore everything and still do what you can with what you have? You decide. क्योंकि अगर आप रोना चाहते हैं ना तो अंत नहीं है कोई भी चीज़ का. You can cry how much ever you want. You can crib about every single thing. Because it's also easy. You can crib about the education system, the weather, the neighbors, your parents, everything. But difficult is to do the work, to work on your mindset, to be unaffected, to look for options, to put in the real work. This is difficult. But let me tell you, you're not scared of the difficult. You're just comfortable with the difficult you know. And the difficult that you know is to stay in this trap. सो ऐसा नहीं है कि आप डरते हो, आप बस नए डरावनी चीज़ से डरते हो. Sit. Sit with yourself. Sit with the things that you think are out of your control and are causing you a problem. If they are causing you a problem and you can't do anything about it, you just leave it. And then think about the things that are absolutely under your control. How can you control your mind, your mouth, your actions? Write them down, and each time you catch yourself in your old patterns, snap and change. This is difficult, yes, but what you're doing right now is difficult too. कोई अवार्ड नहीं देने वाला आपको कि आप सबसे दुखी थे, कि आपकी लाइफ सबसे डिफ़िकल्ट थी. हाँ, शायद अगर ये डिफ़िकल्टी के साथ भी इफ़ यू डू समथिंग, इफ़ यू अचीव समथिंग, शायद तब आपको कोई अवार्ड दे सकता है. या फिर शायद आप ऐसे स्टेज पर पहुंच जाओगे that once you reach that stage you might not even feel like needing an award, because you'll be so self-sufficient, so happy and liberated. But to know how these feelings feel, you have to stop calling yourself a crybaby. It's difficult, but we never said it was going to be easy. Think about it. Really think about what you're doing.